Welcome. This is like a bit, a big crescendo that is coming. There's like this waiting room, waiting. The energy feels ripe, but it's like what to do with it. Like there's just a level of like confusion. And so I want to dive into this. I have written down like this is what's been coming up, and Spirit was like, let's read in it. Let's dive into it. So it's kind of this energy of like, what is missing? Why aren't things moving forward? And there's this idea of like a missing piece. I keep seeing like a puzzle, and there's just like one piece in the center that's missing. And it's like you can't see the entire image without this one piece. And maybe one piece is important to you guys. I've never seen it. So maybe a little plug for some people. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be diving into in this reading. If that's somewhere you're at that you're feeling curious about, stick around. If not, that's totally fine too. I'll see you in another video. Welcome, you guys. If you haven't met me yet, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here. And on my other account that's tagged down below, I go by Astremia, where I do evolutionary astrology. Every week I upload the astrological forecast down there, and as well as new and full moon lunation videos to kind of guide you through the week ahead. It's like a good little pulse point. Some exciting things that have happened in my space. If you guys are new, I have launched what's called my inner circle, which is a space where you get to work with me through the different monthly lunations and guided rituals and circles. And there is a sacred space within my Discord community that expands on that. So extra support from me and community in depth, but you're still welcome to join my Discord server without being a part of the inner circle. It is an open space for anybody, but the inner circle is just a deeper ritualistic space that is hosted by me. So definitely sign up. There's limited spots for that, and I'm hosting a Aries new moon circle. You could do a drop in if you want to, or you can sign up for the inner circle. Okay. Weird. I've never plugged myself so like blatantly. There's something about like, oh, Mercury's in Aries, guys. It is officially in Aries. It moved in last night of the 14th. Okay, let's talk about this missing piece. Oh, my jaw just popped. It's like, yeah, I keep feeling this prepping energy. I knew my chair was back. I was like, why? Adjusting things, like things. Okay, let's roll the Astro dice to begin with. Uranus in Libra in the 12th house. They just showed me like a flip book, where you like flip the pages and it looks like something's animating. There's things shifting. There's different thing. How do I weird. I just thought I had a water bottle right here and I looked over and I did not. You're like flipping through different reality. Oh my gosh, that's what's going on. You haven't picked where you want to land yet. You haven't picked which reality you want to land in. And it's like I'm seeing you flip through like a catalog, like, what do I want? And it's like you're seeing different outcomes and different lives, and you haven't really settled into one because I feel like there is something that is still missing. But it's like interesting. Oh, my cat's clawing at the door. Hold on. I stopped the time at 4:04 also, and like unexpected things at the door, right? There's something very interesting. What Spirit was showing me before we got interrupted by my cat was like two books coming together, and it's like one page and then the other page and then another page, and it's like back and forth. Oh, he has shown up. He is here, and he's wet from the rain. Ooh, you stink. I am not excited about this. Okay. Stinky wet cat. Hi, buddy. He just is so devoted to me. I feel very blessed. Okay, so the pages, and I appreciate your guys' patience as life life happens as we move through this message. I know that you guys are still here if this is resonating so far. There's, again, with this Libra Uranus in the 12th house, this is such interesting energy that connects with people because of Libra, right? Libra is partnership, connection. The 12th house is the otherworldly energy, and Uranus is unexpected. Like, there's unexpected things moving into place for you that is not in, you can't see it. You can't see it. And that's the purpose of this reading, is like, I really want to try to give you a clearer picture of this missing piece. But a part of it is like, I heard it takes two to tango. Like, there's a part of you that is not fully settled on what your vision is for your future. And yeah, that image kind of changes and evolves, but you're not quite yet sure what you want that to be. So that puzzle piece that's missing, that piece that's missing, can't be determined until you like settle into something. Okay? So Spirit, can we get some more clarity on this? I'm just seeing unexpected stuff with this Uranus. We have the second house and opposition and north and south node. Okay. I'm gonna roll the Astro dice, the number one for the second house. If it's an odd number, it's gonna be the north node. If it's a even number, it's a south node. 12, even. So, okay. And it landed on 12 again, so that's interesting. So whatever I pull for the next thing, this is the north node, Mercury. Okay. Very interesting. Because what's happening with the opposition card coming out, there is this juxtaposition that you are experiencing. Sorry, I'm pulling the mic closer. The south node energy being the second house, this is like your comfort zone, right? Where you're deeply familiar in like your mundane routines, your value systems, your worth. And it's like Mercury being the other side of this opposition. I'm going to pull two more cards too to clarify this, actually, so we can get a better picture. Okay. Oh my God, are you freaking kidding me? Okay, let's show you these. So how I'm looking at this is we have two oppositional energies that are happening within you. With the north and south node, this is something that happens within your own natal chart. Maybe looking at those might be helpful. And for those of you who have yet to have your natal chart read and you're interested, I would love the honor to do that for you if you do feel called to work with me. I always like to share that because some people don't know that's like my main thing I do. So this being the south node energy, second house and the judge, there's a part of you that is literally like, there's no fucking way that on the other side, the north node energy, which is the starborn and Mercury, there's no flipping away that you're able to achieve this in this life. There's no way that this can come through because of the reality that we're set in. We're set in a reality that basically is very rigid and linear, and you just have to stick to the status quo, follow the systems and the orders of things. But the north node, where your soul is longing to grow in this life, is to lean into the magic of the mind, lean into truly knowing that your thoughts create your reality, that you are the creator of what you truly desire. And I feel like I'm just laying the foundation for this reading. This reading's going to go deep. It's where I'm conjuring that it's going to go deeper because the starborn energy coming out, there's you. I always am very aware of my words as somebody who is an 8th house Mercury. Mercury is my ruling planet. Your words cast spells, because I was going to say you have to use your voice to create your reality that you want. But I hesitated because I tend to be a little bit more working on being more invitational. Like there's an invitation for you to work on this, but it's like, I'm not going to lie. Like you're in I heard dire straits. What does that even mean? Hold on. So I just looked it up, and a few things I need to name. I have this thing that happens with my Chrome browser because I have like a safety thing on my computer. Like sometimes it'll switch the browser to a different thing and I have to go and manually change it back to Google. And it's like there's weird like base default protective mechanisms that come in your life. This is that south node, second house, judge energy that's like, I have to follow the system and the orders, but then you go in and you manually change it. It's like you've been constantly doing this manually adjusting into your Mercury starborn energy. Dire straits is an idiom meaning in a very bad or difficult or dangerous situation, often characterized by financial distress or extreme need. Interesting. So this second house judge energy is very like you have to do things in the mundane way, basically the 9 to 5 routine structure way, but that's not you guys. And you haven't, I feel like you haven't been tapping into that operational force for a bit of time. You've been doing the thing where you have been having money come in different ways, in like trust and depth. But again, with this idea of dire straits, like you do have to use your voice. Like that is not it's not a like it's a non-negotiable. Like your soul, your spirit, the embodiment of you, this missing piece is your voice. If you have yet to use it or evolve it or let it take a new shape, a new form, something like that. Tell me more about the missing piece. We have the mask and the kiss. You guys, the plot just thickened. Because immediately, this is so interesting. It's making me think of the newest season of Bridgerton because I heard straight up, you have to take your mask off in order for you to receive love. And this has to do with you. It's a whole thing that's happening right now. This is a whole thing. How do I buckle up, guys? Go pause the video, get yourself a snack, and settle in because this is a new level that we're. I forgot my coffee. I'm gonna go get my coffee. You guys go get yours. It's only gonna be a second for you. Okay, so I got my coffee. So basically, let me know what you're drinking down below. I've got my bulletproof coffee in my Bela mug. This is my late cat that passed, and so I love having her sit with me in my morning routine still. There is this removal, like, and it's so interesting because I feel like we're gonna kind of dive into like why there's this resistance to removing the mask because I feel like you guys feel very vulnerable already, like you've done a lot of work, and I want to dive deeper, but there really is this feeling of like this missing piece does feel like partnership for some of you guys, like because I don't get the feeling at all in my body that you guys are in connection right now. It's very much like a single energy. I don't even feel like there's somebody in your field right now. There might be some people that are interested in you, but it's not even like deep or anything yet. But there is this removal of the mask that needs to happen in order for you to receive what is in store for you, this missing piece. But it does take a shift of like, I feel like there's some lingering spots in your life that you haven't fully stepped into this Mercury starborn energy. It's a back and forth. It's a constant juxtaposition where there's the fears that come in of scarcity mindset, of it's funny, I had knocked the astro dice and we just rolled the sun in Gemini in the 8th house. Yeah, there's like a big part of you. It was the north node, but it like shifted. There's a big part of you that has to use your voice, and it's almost like with the people that are closest to you, you have hesitated to use your voice. It's easy for you to use your voice in spaces that are less entanglement, 8th house energy, like financial entanglements, like family is what I'm hearing, family, close friends, loved ones, where you've yet to fully reveal all of yourself. There's this fear of like scaring them away, a fear of like being too much. Okay, but I want to understand like what is this in between that is happening here? Because there's like this gap of how do you use your voice to remove the mask? It feels like, again, my spirit's just taking me back to the Bridgerton experience, where it's just like, it's almost like there's no tangible physical way in the realm that I live in, right? If you haven't seen that season, it's basically Cinderella all over again, where, yeah, spoiler. Quicksilver. Literally, communication is the bridge. It's like, guys, it's so, your spirit team is so fucking funny right now. They're like, you literally use your voice all the time. You're very clear, you're very concise, you are masterful with communication. But there's always this hesitation around like letting yourself be all of you in all of your connections. It's easier for you to be vulnerable on a more public stage because there's less of emotional attachment or entanglement. But when it comes to your closer connections, there's this fear of like ridicule. And now going back to where I keep getting derailed. I apologize. There's, with this Bridgerton story of Sophie and Benedict, essentially she was like, there's no way she had ample opportunity to reveal who she was to him, but she was so stuck in this South Node second house judge energy of like, there's no like way that I can be with this man that doesn't put me at risk, that doesn't put him at risk, his whole family at risk. Like, there's all these stories, but you haven't even tried to step out of the story. So this might be your own like thing happening in your head. Elaborate on this Quicksilver energy. Okay. Dissolution. Already am having thoughts around that of like, yeah, you're afraid to let your emotions be held. Like, you have a lot of emotions, and you have a past story that is wanting to be unraveled through trusting again, through trusting, sharing around you being abandoned for the intensity of your emotions. The eternal child. Yeah. Your voice is the key to this missing puzzle piece, ultimately, and you using your voice despite everything that is telling you not to. This story of abandonment, this story of like skirting on the edges of connection, of really letting yourself be seen at the ample height of you. I'm hearing like it's a non-linear pathway too. That's so funny. These 4 cards came out in a previous reading, but it's always so funny. And Grand Trines flipped over, and same with 11 and the 10th house. Did I just not put those back in properly from another reading? Interesting. Okay. So these 4 came out on a TikTok reading I did yesterday, but it was very much a very different reading. Libra, Air, 7th house, and 1. But this is such a different energy because over here we have 10th house, 11, and Grand Trine. Let me get a little bit more on these guys. Okay. Shadow. Okay. Maybe this is relating to this reading. Okay. This story of emotional abandonment has been one that has repeated multiple times in your past through connections that you've had. But here's the thing, my sweet friends. I'm here to affirm that you have changed, you have transformed, because you leaning into this 11, 10th house Grand Trine energy with the shaman, you have leaning into your vocation, your career, your calling, your soul's calling, and like the work that you wish to do unto this world. Interesting. Like, you are leaning into that, and it is changing you, and you are changed as a result. I just saw 2121 as a result of you following your joy and your desire. And it's almost like it's been a healthy distraction for you from love. It's been having you evolve into this mother archetype. And that is precisely what is changing. That is thank you, Spirit. That was exactly the card that I needed to affirm this energy, because Libra, Air, 7th house, 1, and the shadow coming out. You have had a past history of basically overcompensating in relationships to the point where, like, you've had this idea of like, we're supposed to become one, we're supposed to become like in union, in relationship, and this is an old naive maiden like pattern or prince like pattern where you're not in this mature energy, where you're approaching relationship as the desire to complete yourself. 222 on the clock, or 2222. This is an old shadow of yours that I feel through the work that you've done in the world, you've been able to alchemize this and move through into the mother energy. Yeah, we have the creator and the animal. Yeah, this is so delicious. I hope that this is making sense, because ultimately what I'm getting at is you have changed. You have evolved into the mother, and this idea of the missing piece is an old story that is coming from your inner orphan that is still like playing out some of those abandonment wounds around, like, and even when I said that, I got like a hit of anxiety in my heart of like, yeah, the abandonment wounds are so real. They're there because I've been abandoned, and I've abandoned myself by choosing connections that I knew were not for me. That is the thing that's healing, by you choosing your path and following your joy despite every reason. South Node, second house, Judge. Every reason not to. Everything in your world, in your structure that you are raised in, has told you not to follow your dreams, to follow your heart, to use your voice as a, I was going to say a weapon of good, but it's like I'm seeing like a dove. Like, your voice is peace. And it brings people to inner peace, whether that is through going through hell and back, by hearing the truth that reverberates from how you communicate. And your voice has set you free. And now it's just one final moment of you letting your voice set you free yet again, by healing this abandonment wound, by remothering yourself, by trusting that you actually have done the work, that the pattern's not going to repeat itself. And I'm getting like full, like, and it's not even chills. It's like this settling energy, like settling into who you actually are. It's like your voice is finally like, oh my gosh, the golden rose. And what's underneath it? Yeah, the fog. And anything else? No, that's the two. Like, this is, the fog is clearing. You're finally seeing that you have stepped into this golden rose energy. The breath card was here when I split, and the song that's been stuck in my head is You Taught Me How to Breathe by Ronnet. The song starts with, love has been the hardest game, and I've always been so scared to play, but you touch me with the softest grace, and I'm falling in the water with you. You taught me how to breathe inside the bluest dream, and my walls, like, they fall for you, something like that. And it's not in a like, this is actually the deepest desire of your heart, is to relinquish this mask, this thing that has held you together for the first portion of your life as the maiden, as the night energy. Feminine energy is the maiden, night energy is the masculine, like this naive energy. Like, you've had to have walls because you've had to. There's been a lot of experiences that you've gone through that has hardened things, but now you are like fully in your seat at your throne as the king, as the queen. Like, you have settled into this energy of like deep self-sovereign trust. And so there's just this consoling of the wounded child, the orphan within you, of like, that is not like, can you see what we've built? Can you see what we've created? Like, we've got this, we've got you. Like, this is not going to change. And now taking that energy and approaching the current connections in your life with it, right? More depth of vulnerability, more authentic expression, Ouroboros. Like, you're being asked to approach life now with this truth. You're not trapped. You're not repeating this pattern of sacrificing yourself for people. And I feel like there might just be a few lingering connections in your life that feel like that, but you have to trust that maybe those people have changed too. Tell me about how we started this reading and advice forward for the person watching this. This missing piece. Guys, I have to kind of just cover this card. Conscious connections. You guys, like, this is like the bigger work that's coming in. You've done so much inner work, inner excavation. And it's time for you to like open to the connections that are around you or that are coming in. Because I'm thinking of that Uranus in Libra 12th house. Like, there are conscious connections that are coming in, led by spirit, being brought in through your external. And it's, how do you want to approach these, right? This missing puzzle piece is you choosing to approach life in this new sovereign king queen energy. Like, you are settling into the picture of your life, and it is an entirely new experience. You've built it piece by piece yourself. And so now, how do you want to approach these connections coming into your life? How do you want to be seen in your entirety? And I just set this on the golden rose, and we have gold. Ooh, gold at the bottom too. Like, you've made it, and it's a matter of your mind actually seeing it and removing the mask. Like, you don't need to stay hidden anymore. The mask has been a facade to keep yourself safe, to keep people actually in a state where they are responding to you in old ways. So when you remove the mask, that is when the peace settles in. That's when things start to move forward again, because you're not hiding anymore. You can't hide. We have the red and white rose. You cannot hide anymore. I just feel so strongly for you guys that you're settling into your body. You're settling into this new identity that you've been building. And it has taken you doing this alone for a bit to heal the hurt from past connections, to heal the hurt, to heal the wounds. But you're not going to see if this new identity is going to hold up to the reality that you're stepping into if you don't step into the reality. If you don't step into this identity, you're never going to know if it's going to work. And that's been very much so the Aries energy of the astrology that is present. We have so many planets, and the moon's in Aries right now. When I'm filming this, I'm going to be writing a Aries new moon breakdown on my Substack, which is called Letters from the Eighth House. Guys, definitely follow me on all those things. It's the best way you can support me as a creator. There's like permission to be human, permission to be flawed, permission to not fully get it right as you're stepping into this new expression of you, as you settle. It's literally like you're looking, Spirit's so funny. You're looking at this puzzle of your life and that missing piece. You're like, God damn it, if I just like had that piece, everything would make sense. And Spirit just literally like led you to go like put yourself in that piece and let yourself soften into the life that you've created for yourself. Because you're there, and it's this constant control of trying to figure out what's missing, what's not working, and why it's not a full thing, because you have to live it. That's the missing piece, is you actually living your life that you've created for yourself. With all the pieces and all the juxtapositions, all the parts, because like what's coming in next, rolling the dice, Jupiter, Libra in the 5th house, is you entering your creativity, entering romance again, entering these expanded spaces, because the 5th house is fun, play, creativity. I heard dance, dating, romance, like in a fun, jovial way. And it's funny, we have lead at the bottom, and that's like starting again. But you have changed. You're not starting again in the old, like, naive way. You're starting in a new, powerful way. We have iron, copper, and yellowing. Yeah, it's totally up to you how this new start begins. So really, really look at your mind and how it's painting pictures for you, and allow yourself to adjust and settle into your life, and know ultimately that your life is meant to be lived. It's not supposed to be a picture that you like hang on the wall and just look at. It's meant to be played. It's meant to be embodied. It's meant to be a part of you. This is an entirely new experience of your life that is starting for you now. So, what are you going to do with it? Expand. Let yourself receive joy. Ooh, Spirit just pushed a challenge on me. My birthday is coming up. It is April 20th, and I'm going to put down below in the description my wish list. And if you feel called to gift me something, or send me love via getting me a coffee or anything like that, I can't even like look at you guys. This is so uncomfortable for me. That would be deeply appreciated, and thank you if you do, for anybody who does decide to. This energy is so interesting. It's already shifting as like we've moved. I feel like there was some alchemy that was happening in the process of me reading for you guys, like feeling like that shift, because now we have the uncreated, and this, I'm gonna leave you guys with this, the uncreated, because that is the next chapter of your life. You are diving into figuring out what it is you want to develop next and to lean into next. This picture of your life, you're living it. I'm seeing it almost as those like Mario picture frames from the like Nintendo 64, how you go into a new adventure. That's you living the life that you've created for yourself. This is the new adventure, and you're doing it, okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me for this longer reading. I really want to just show up for you guys more here in this space here now. And if you feel that call to work deeper with me, all of that's linked below. I have one-on-one coaching and mentorship. I have astrology readings where I dive deep into your soul's blueprint to really give you that depth of clarity of why you're here, who you are, who you came to be and grow into. I have my divine channeled messages, which are personalized card readings, and then my community space with that, with the House of Celestial Magic. Got the temple card. And if you want deeper support within that space, my inner circle is the best way. And I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting. I'm sending you a big warm hug. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.